This actor used to be a man with some very dark secrets, but after time in rehab and his reinvention as a superhero, it seems all of his skeletons have left the closet.
Whatever problems I've had, I've always worked my ass off and I've always really cared about what I did.
Robert Downey Jr. was born in New York on the 4th of April 1965. The actor grew up in Greenwich Village with his older sister Allison, actress mother Elsie Ford, and underground filmmaking father Robert Downey Sr. From a young age, Robert knew he wanted to be an actor. He made his film debut when he was just 5 years old in his father's movie Pound, and starred in several more films directed by Robert Sr. At the age of 10, Downey Jr. found himself living in England, studying classical ballet and strongly considered a career in dance. When his parents divorced in the early 80s though, Robert followed his father to California, but soon dropped out of school and moved back to NYC to pursue an acting career full-time. Sadly, filmmaking isn't the only thing Robert was introduced to at a very young age. During his childhood, he was surrounded by drugs, and it was Robert's father, a drug addict at the time, who allowed him to use marijuana at a very early age. Downey Jr. would go on to struggle with substance abuse for decades. Robert's drug-related problems escalated from 1996 to 2001, leading to several arrests, failed rehab visits and a stint in jail. Eventually, he was sentenced to 3 years of probation, which allowed him to continue living in drug treatment instead of returning to prison. Since then, his life has completely turned around. Emerging clean and sober in 2003, Downey Jr. began to rebuild his career. Around this time, he also met film producer Susan Levin on the set of Gothica. They began dating during the production of the film, but Susan didn't think it would last long. Luckily, she was wrong and the couple were happily married in 2005. Robert has credited his wife with helping him kick his addictions and says he wouldn't know what to do without her.
I trust her with my life. We're fairly strong individuals and we really like being best pals.
The perfect example of a power couple if you ask us. Right, Robert?
Look, we are definitely the most powerful couple on the other side of these microphones.
Yeah, at this moment in time.
What we really are is just like any couple. We're people who wake up in the morning and try to make a go of what we're going to do, and I really just don't want to go to bed with her mad at me, so I'll do whatever I have to do.
Well, they might say they're like any other couple, but they've been through a lot together, and that definitely makes them strong. After 7 years of marriage, Susan and Robert welcomed their son Exton in February 2012, followed by a daughter called Avery in November 2014. Downey Jr. also has a son called Indio, who was born in 1993 during his first marriage with actress-singer Deborah Falconer. Even though there's a big age gap between the kids, Robert loves being a baby daddy all over again.
It's just good to be a father. There's something about Indio is he's in Coachella. Right now, he's out, watching all the rock bands, and Exton can't go to Coachella yet. He needs me, but it's just great. It's like having friends or having people have kids. It's just great watching kids grow up.
And how great it would be to have one of the coolest superheroes for a dad. When he signed on for the Iron Man franchise back in 2008, Downey's life changed. The role of Tony Stark suited him perfectly.
Oh yeah.
The success of his superhero adventures has even made him the highest paid actor in Hollywood 3 years in a row. And although it looks like things couldn't be any better, Rob wouldn't say that he's the happiest man in the world.
I don't think that happiness is the goal. I think that doing the next right thing is what's important. So I'm sure there are people who are much more involved in doing something right or righteous, and I think they would have reason to be satisfied with themselves. I'm just a guy who makes movies, and I feel really blessed to do that. And I love going out on the road and promoting them. I feel like it's a paid vacation.
Well, you deserve it, Robert. Keep doing what you're doing, because we're loving it.